One of the things that I have learned over the past decade, really, and this kind of gets deeper and goes beyond KDC marketing, just my whole career in marketing, is that the real insights in your business lie in connecting data sources. That's where the real insights lie. And when you start to connect data sources together, you see a more complete picture and you're able to make better decisions and you're able to simplify things from an operations standpoint, and you're able to make a lot of progress in a short amount of time. And too often people have scattered data, they have scattered tools, and they have good intentions, but the way that these things are managed is just all over the place. And a lot of times you have that situation in a successful small business where the business has grown, revenue is coming in, but then the next level they need to get to is blocked because they can't really see what's going on. They're stuck in managing the business and they need somebody from the outside to come in and just put it all together, help them organize it, make sense of it, and create a system around their business so that it does run in a more systematic fashion than this other way of piecing things together and having a fragmented business. And that's one of the things that really lights me up. I love to connect data sources. I do this through building real-time dashboards where I'm connecting the whole marketing tech stack. So connecting Google Ads and Meta Ads and Google Analytics and Google Search Console and Stripe and spreadsheets that have been used for lead generation and putting that all into a CRM, like all of that stuff. When you centralize it in one location, that's where you start to see how the business is really doing and where it needs to go. And so I love doing that kind of thing. I love to connect the data sources together. I love to review the data. I feel like that's an important piece as well. And then I love to help my clients make running their business so much easier. The operations become so much easier when you can create a few automations and tie data together, when you don't have to manually go in and move it from here to here, that it just makes running the business more effortless. And so that's something that I'm really big on. And I consider myself a tech nerd in the fact that I love these different tools and I love connecting them. I don't like keeping them separate. I think that that's where a lot of these issues stem from, is when you start to think of, well, that lives over here and this lives over there and these two aren't connected, and or when you just don't have the time to really look at all of those things, then that's where you're missing out on the insights and leaving money on the table. So if that's something that you need, if that's something that you're like, I'm just so tapped for time, I'm just swamped running the business, I can't even bring my head up to breathe, then that's where I can come in and help centralize all of those things. And I always do it in a way that makes sense for the client, and we don't add unnecessary things we need, because adding more isn't really what it is. It's connecting what you already have and getting more out of it because now you can see it clearly. I'm a big believer in simplicity. I hate complexity, so I'm not going to add more just to add more. At that point, it becomes fluff or it becomes really unnecessary, especially in terms of cost too. A lot of times certain tools cost a lot of money, and if it's not really necessary, then why use it? But if you can connect a few data sources together, then you're going to save yourself a bunch of time. And so what that usually looks like is taking a tool like Zapier and connecting a few data sources together, creating a few automations, and then simple reporting for those kind of things. And so when I help clients do lead generation, the service-based businesses that I help, that's what we do, is we start to generate leads, but we look at lead quality and we look at it through the entire process of getting that lead and then converting that lead and making sure that that whole process is smooth and that there actually is a process for it. It's not just a guess, and that we can actually go back and look through the leads name by name and say, did this become a paying customer? And doing all those things that really help business owners get that visibility that they need to see if the business is being successful and the conversion rates and how they're doing their business development and sales and marketing. So that's something that I love doing. I love doing that. I could do that all day. In fact, there are days that I'm like, I love doing that more than building websites, which is saying a lot because I love building websites. But I also see a website as one piece in the overall system, because usually when you have the website, you have payment processors connected to it, you have forms connected to it, you have automations connected to it, you have all these other data sources connected to it. So the website is what people see on the front end, but on the back end, the tech stack underneath it, that's where a lot of the bottlenecks happen. And that's where things get out of date really quickly. Is you might be $1 million or more business now, but the systems that are running that business aren't up to par anymore for what you need. So reaching that next level of scalability comes from improving that tech stack, making it bulletproof, and doing everything that you can do to make it super simple so that your team can just execute, and grow like crazy. Of course, if that's your goal, it might just be more efficiency as well. So I love doing that. If that's something you need help with, then I am your guy for that kind of thing. I love that kind of stuff. And I love to especially help set that up for businesses that are established, service-based businesses that are just needing that little bit of extra help to get to the next level and want to continue to grow.